So, as all of you know, something pretty big happened. I know, I ain't even gotta say it, but yeah, I changed my name on YouTube to be now Scotty. No, but in all seriousness, released my last video, Too Close to See, and honestly, the reaction to it has been overwhelming. I never really expected this many people to be excited about it. And maybe it's one of those things where like, I was just far too in the weeds with making it. That like, I didn't really have any outside perspective, and so I didn't really know how it was gonna be perceived until I just posted it. And so I'm super grateful for all the comments and the nice messages that I've been getting, and I've read every one. I've been trying to respond to as many as possible, and it's kind of just blown me away what you guys have enjoyed about it. And honestly, I thought I was kind of pushing it, you know, with some like artistic elements and whatnot. But I don't know, I was just surprised to see how well it was received, because I thought it was maybe too avant-garde for a unicycle edit, or too wacky, different than what other people have seen. But I don't know, it kind of feels like y'all have like given me permission to do other cool, wacky stuff in the future, you know, cool artistic stuff. And so like, I have a bunch of ambitious ideas that I want to do. And I'm excited now that it feels like I sort of have that like permission, even though it was never like permission. It was just like, oh, what is the community gonna, you know, think about this style of edit or whatever. But it looks like people are loving it. So yeah, and I loved making it. You know, the process was hard, but it was really rewarding. So yeah, I just thank you guys for watching that and being able to support me through it, you know? Aww. Ah. That was kind of cool. Yikes. What? I don't know what's happening. That'll do. I really have no goals for this session. I think honestly, I really just need some prime second monitor content for you guys while it's gonna be too cold to ride for the next few months. So like, I gotta prioritize the times where I can actually ride in an indoor space. Because I stopped riding basically as soon as it hit below 50 degrees where I'm at in Minnesota. So I mean, that was maybe a few weeks ago. I think I recorded the last clip for that video, not a month ago, but like close to a month ago, something like that. And then since then it's been 40s and 30s and 20s. So I'm kind of past the point of riding outside. So this will probably come out much later than I'm filming it, just so I can kind of spread out my, my entertainment for y'all. But I'll try and get some stuff anyway. Oh my. That one was clean. Ooh, that was weird. Alrighty. Easy. Yo, that's me when I land, when I land the trick that turns me into a what? Walk on dog reference? Stomped. Man, I was just trying to be all cool and mysterious and coming from out of frame. No. I think we're all good actually. It just sounded bad. So one trick from the last video I just posted that I want to try is the decade Secretside. Yeah, decade, 360 decade Secretside. I don't know, doesn't matter. That one, I feel like I can get on a good day. I don't know if today's a good day or not, but we're about to find out. So it just really depends. Also, the floor is like a little bit slippery here. So it could be that that doesn't allow me to get like the torque I need, but I'm just making excuses. I'll try it. All right, I'll warm up with a normal one. Oh my gosh. Not too bad. That's kind of scary. Whoa! I kind of pulled that. I'm not sure if it was full, but I'll just take that because I don't think I'm going to get a better one. Holy cow. No. No. So some of you might be wondering what's the update on my 32 hole rim versus the 36. And obviously I'm riding the 36 today because on one of, actually the ender of Too Close to See, it was the Hickover triple. And in the process, like in one of the attempts, I stepped really hard, like slamming my feet into the cranks and broke a spoke. And then I rode after it because I just needed to power through and get it done. I could tell I was getting close. And so I powered through, but it was feeling wonky, landed it, and then took it back home. And I looked at it and I was like, it looks less round than it used to be. So I haven't like dealt with it just because I've been busy, obviously, with the edit. And I don't know, I still think it's like worth having that rim for specific purposes. And I do have a spare that's 32 holes as well. So I want to rebuild it and make it rideable again. But I think for like competition, I've kind of found that like 36 is like more reliable. It's like the weight is kind of helpful for my purposes of needing like a balanced spin for certain tricks. Like I remember trying the 5th overflip with a 32 hole and I like dedicated a session to it and like got close every single try but couldn't land it. And it was super frustrating because I felt like I was there but I couldn't stick my feet on. And it was just because it was so uncontrolled when I was trying to land it. And I noticed the same for like other flip under kind of like tricks. And I also felt that like combos just feel nicer on the 36 because it's more weighted towards the ground. There's like a better pendulum point kind of to weight your feet around and to move around with. So I don't know, I might stick with the 36. It's just hard to say because I like miss the flip power I can get on 32. Flip power and also spin power is insane. Like I think the only reason I was able to do a 1080 was probably that rim. And maybe not the only reason, but it was super helpful, definitely. So, I mean, I don't know. It's got its advantages for sure. It could be that I just didn't ride with it long enough. Like I think I probably rode 3 months with it, which seems like a decent amount of time, but I don't know. Haven't really made up my mind about it. Might switch back and forth, so. I was scared, okay. Oh. Dude, are you kidding me? This is not even cool, is it? Oh! Oh my. All right, so for this last kind of section of the video, I just wanted to go over some of the scenes and parts of my last edit, Too Close to See, just because I've gotten some really nice, thoughtful questions about it, and I thought I'd go over it kind of in an actual video so you guys can know parts of the story and, I don't know, just see part of the process. So one of the first little tidbits that I thought was really cool, and if the rough cut is out already, you've probably seen it, but what's it even called? Fullout backside middle flip thing. It's kind of like a rapture, but with my other foot. I landed that with Levi when he was here, and we got it in the same session, like 2 minutes apart. Like we were just going back to back. I don't even think we were filming at the time. And then like somebody landed it first, and then we were like, okay, we just got to film. But that was pretty cool because we were both filming for our respective edits, and I think I didn't know at the time that he was going to call me out, but it was fun to be able to land it and for it to go into his video, and then for me to, I ended up refilming it later just because I wanted it to fit a little bit more nicely with the edit, but it was cool to have that as like an actual thing that happened, you know. I also got questions from Steffi about the 1080 side and how long that was taking me to do. And that was a trick where like, that actually wasn't my original intention with the session that I was doing there, because I remember with the setup that I had like the Chris Holm like plastic base with the 32 hole rim. And for some reason, the way I could grip the base and like the weight distribution of it was like perfect for spins. Like I'm not sure why, or like the physics of why that exists, but it just worked really well. So I spent some time, I was here at home actually, trying 1260s, and I got like pretty close. And so I was set on this session landing a 12. And then in the warm up, I was doing 9 sides, and I was like almost like catching them midair. And I'm like, it can't be that much harder to do a 10 side, because at this point, like I haven't landed a 1080 yet, but in my mind, I was like, I either go big for the 12 because the spin feels right and I know that I could just use all my force to get it, or I could go for the 10 side And like for me, the leg wrapping around the seat makes it a little bit safer because it's like kind of in a contained position where I'm not gonna like slam by hitting the, by like getting on tire. So I felt safer doing the 10 side than the 1260. And so I went for the 10 side and landed it that session, which was like not what I was trying to do, but I'm glad it happened. That dog. Lastly, I also mentioned before, one of the tricks that was difficult on the 32 hole was the 5th overflip. And this was kind of an ironic trick because I landed this trick in 2022 and it never saw the light of day. And the reasoning was, you know, I was working on a different edit at the time, which again has never seen the light of day. It was a very ambitious edit. But anyway, for filming for that video, I landed the 5th overflip. And it was, I think like I forgot when Steffi landed his first, but I felt so bad because like Steffi landed his and thought it was NBD and I was like, oh shoot, do I tell him? But I've, you know, wanted to get it again for this video because I love the trick. I think it looks sick. But then I was trying, you know, super hard in that one session with the 32 hole, never got it, was like super disappointed. I tried it in like a few other sessions too and didn't get it. And I was like, did I just like lose this trick? Because I only landed it in 2022. I was just trying so desperately to get it back. And then the last session that I was filming, there was one day where it was 50 degrees and I knew past then it was just gonna get colder. And so I was like, I need to just like land this. And so I grinded so hard. It was probably like the hardest trick of the video for me, which is kind of odd considering how many tricks I landed for the first time and that one wasn't even new to me. But it was the one I was like, dang, like I like finished the video, you know? Like that's how I knew the filming was done because that trick was just so hard to finally get. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to share for cool little stuff that happened for this video. But I'm so grateful for you guys and for everybody watching and commenting and yeah, seriously, it just made it so cool for me to see that people really respected the artistry and the filmmaking, all of that I worked really hard for. And so I'm, you know, super excited to do it again once I have the energy and the, you know, the timing for it. So I'm looking forward to making more of those types of videos. And then, you know, just like I'm doing now, making these vlog style just because, I don't know, I think it's kind of fun and kind of gives you guys an update on my riding in between the big, you know, like bi-yearly or yearly kind of edits. So anyway, thank you for watching and I will see you sometime in the near future.